All right, shorts are going too for you guys. Yeah, so we're gonna do a talk about what's going on at the moment, why I haven't been on, why the gaming content's been a bit stagnant the last few days or nearly a week. So just give me a few minutes before everything's kicked into gear. All right, looks like it's all working actually, surprising. Considering I'm only using YouTube on here at the moment. Um, all right, we're gonna just get started. I'm gonna turn my camera on my light on because it is a bit dark now because it's nighttime. So yeah, I've got a few things I want to talk about. Should stop sending me messages. I'll just block that person. Hey guys, so sorry about that. I'm just setting things up, getting everything organized. I'm hoping everything's okay today. So yeah, okay, let's get started. Let's start with the video. So first thing I want to do talk about is basically the reason. Yeah, so I haven't been on here for a while, guys. So as you probably noticed, I haven't been here. And I'm gonna explain a bit what's going on. So about I'd say about a week and maybe a day ago, my mum went to the hospital. Actually, she went to an appointment, and then the appointment rushed her to the emergency area of the hospital. So I basically went one thing to another. And then she went to the big hospital, what we call the Austin. So if you hear me say the Austin, it means the big hospital. There is another area called the Repat, which I'll explain a bit further down the track. But yeah, basically what's happened, she got sick. They rushed her to the hospital because her heart and lungs were not working. We weren't sure which one it was, and they were giving her medicines and shit like that. Try to get her levels back. Her oxygen levels were low in her lungs because she's a giant smoker, guys. Let's be honest. She smokes like the world's ending, it's just uncanny. She drinks more caffeine than I think I know anyone on the world to do. She drinks from morning to night, basically. It's really disgusting. It's sad, I personally think. Not Probably not disgusting, but it's sad. So yeah, but they had her there, and then she was about to go out 2 or 3 days after she went in, and then she had a fall, and then she stuffed up her hip, and they put a nail in the side of her on where the hip was because the damage was pretty bad. So then they put her into like the ICU, which is obviously the intensive care department. She was in there for a few days. And they put her to a ward, and basically that's about it as far as we can tell. But saying that, it wasn't like straightforward. It was not that easy. She's had a lot of problems down there. The hospital hasn't. It's not the same as it used to be. I'll be honest. So a lot of the issues is what that fall really done the number on her. A few nights ago, she had an episode. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it might be a heart attack, and I will explain a bit more on that. So what's happening was that her heart just races all of a sudden and starts playing up, but it usually recovers in a few minutes. They don't originally think it was her heart because here's the thing: she's on warfarin. She's had a what is it, a bypass in her heart, so she's got an artificial valve, which means she has to be on warfarin for the rest of her life or what's left of it. And yeah, that was fine for like 10, 15 years. Now it's just getting to her later years. It's done the have serious side effects. Yeah, so the heart's not working properly. The lungs aren't doing their job because they've got emphysema, obviously being sick, smoking. Her kidneys aren't that good. Her liver's not that good. So yeah, she's not in the perfect in the what do I say in the world. She's just not. She's not doing very well, and that's where the problem is. Of course, I'm constantly running from here to there, back here, there to there, back from home to hospital, and hospital home. And hello, what's going on, game lucky boy? What's going on? Not much, dude. I'm just explaining what's going on, why I haven't been online that much, and what's going on with family. But yeah, that's what's going on with her. Now today she got moved to the Repat, which is basically it's a part of the Austin, but it's a smaller area. They generally put you there when you're not so serious and need to be in the main hospital. She was put there. She got there good today. I was with her into they've done it, and then I left about I don't know, an hour, half an hour to an hour after she was there, and then I went home. Um, Sounds all good. No. No, 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 no. Not good. Not good at all. The second I got home, guys, I started getting text messages from her saying that I'm scared for my life. I want to get out of here. Those type of messages where it's your it's your brain not working. I think she really because they're telling her a different story now. Apparently, hello, somebody. So yeah, I think her brain's playing up because she's got so much medication going into her, and she's freaking out. And the worst thing is, her brain seems to be going like mentally, because she's asking me about what certain things are, arms and legs and shit. She doesn't have a clue. Even though they told her what they are 100 times, they told me a few times. I tried telling her, but it just yeah. Well, I'm from Australia, dude. So yeah, that's what's going on with her. She's just not in the best in the best condition. And now she started ringing me around about 6:30 ish. That's why I didn't stream into like now and like 10 minutes ago. Is it? Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. I ignoring her phone calls because I know what's happening. I know what's going on with her at the moment, so I had to ignore it. She stopped messaging me and she stopped ringing me, so that's fantastic news for me. So that's what's going on with her. That's why I haven't been online. So that's why I haven't been on this channel or my other two channels. I got the Minecraft channel, which I won't be on until at least into next week, next Thursday at least. The Let's Play one, I've been missing a lot of that because I just haven't had time to do anything. But I'm starting to take a bit more with all this situation going on, it's made me realize I've got to do more accountability. So my old let's just say my younger lifestyle is pretty much getting put to the end. And everything I used to do when I was younger is basically storing out. So it means no more of those. Like my weakness when it comes to food, at least, is candies, particularly chocolate. When white chocolate being the worst, I'll be honest with you. For those type of things like ending, I'm not buying no more chocolates, no more candy bars, not those type of ones anyway. Now, saying that, I can buy the high cocoa ones, the really good ones. There are some good quality ones at my shops. Them ones I probably buy, but I only, you know, eat them there and there. Some fruits, a lot of salads, veggies, that kind of stuff. A bit of meat because I love my meat. It's nothing's going to change that. Luckily for us, keto it doesn't really require that. Now, before you ask, yes, I'm going to be doing keto, and no, I won't be on it strictly. There are gonna be times when I stuff up and times where I don't take it as extreme. So I don't think I should be doing it extreme. I think there's definitely good and bad bonuses. Now the gym guys have been a bit stalled. I have not been at the gym for days. Every time I want to go, I've got someone else to help out. I've got my friend to help out, which I've died for my friend, so she already knows I would help her out and hate. And she's a good person. They're not the problem. I don't mind helping them out. It's just my mum's expecting me to do more than I can do. I'm one person, as you can see. Um, I don't have a car, so moving around's a pain in the back. The good thing is there is a lot of public transport. Public transport around here is fantastic. We've got buses running pretty much everywhere. A lot of the bus, we've got one of the main buses that I live nearby, which is known. I'm not going to give you the name of the route, so I'll give you the number because it's fine. And it's the 903. And that bus runs to like 11, 12 o'clock at where I live pretty much every night. Except I think Saturday and Sundays it finishes early. Especially Sundays. Sundays it finishes really early. But yeah, it's just a lot of stress. Like, for example, yesterday I had to go to the main shopping centre like 2 or 3 times. I spent 6 hours, almost 6 hours just running around for her. I mean, I shouldn't be doing that for, anyone. I mean, but she's my mum, so I really had kind of had no choice. But she's not at the moment. She had brains down. I mean, I might have to ring my auntie later. Make sure she knows what's going on because I think she's probably getting the text messages and shit too. I already seen her text messages because I looked on her phone this morning earlier today. It just it's a sad situation. I'm not too sure what to do with her at the moment. My sis, or my mate, or I will call her sis anyway. She knows the bits and pieces of it, but she doesn't know about the new stuff. I want to tell her, but I don't want to tell her over text messages. I want to tell her, on the phone or face to face, because I think she deserves that much. And I like talking to her. I mean, I know she's incredibly busy and all that, so it's hard to, because I would do anything for that dipstick. Or what I used to call her. She tells me to call her a bitch for some reason, because just something she likes me calling her. So it's very odd for me to call her that, but I do call her that. But she is a sweet person. I really want to be there for her. I know there's a lot of things going on her end, so I'm just gonna have to be patient. But it's not about her. It's about what's going on here. So now that we've got that out the way, my house looks like a nuclear bomb hit. My room is disgusting. And I never actually thought I'd say it was disgusting. I got bottles, I got drink bottles all over the place. I got these fucking things, what do you want to call them? Like they're like yogurts, but the protein yogurts. Mostly surprise, rather bananas or chocolates. Like this one here. So yeah, that's what's going on. Now that you guys are pretty much caught up, we can probably get to the video. We'll finally get to the main videos. Now there are a few things I do want to see. I've got one here from I Feel Battlefield. Isaac Battlefield. I got a few from Tectone, Sentis Society, and a few others there and there. So it could be a long ass video. It could be, but I won't make it too long until I get used to like how I want to stream on this channel. What I want to do, because I do like the morning streams of my main games, which is mostly every morning, if not maybe not every single morning, but most mornings. And then I got like Minecraft. I do like 3 times in the around about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I got 4 days where I don't stream nothing. That's what I'm thinking about doing this channel in those time slots. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Now I'm gonna get started, I think. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little what's going on. Now I don't have to record no more, so let's get started. I thought I heard my phone go off. This girl, stop sending. Okay, it's only 7:30 here. All right, let's see if we can get a few things done at least. Maybe not a lot tonight, guys, until we get into the waters. So this is what I'm gonna do my main like streams and stuff. I mean, people do bring up things about video games and all that. Of course, I will talk about it. But I'll be talking about a whole bunch of things, not just games and shit. A lot of drama stuff. I've got one right here I want to talk about right now. So give me a moment to get that sorted out. Get the scene set it up. Of course, my webcam's gone. Every time I have to turn it on and turn it off. All right, once done. All right, looks like we're ready to go, guys. Got my earphones. Got check. Got my system going. Check. Everything seems to be working. So the first one I want to see is this weird one here from ISAP. This one right here. This is kind of funny. So let's have a look and let's see how we go.
I just received an email and it blew my mind.
This is going to be
From
good.
an Australian dad, someone who is extremely upset with what has happened to their child. They sent their kid to a Catholic school because they hated the woke trajectory that the Australian schooling system.
Yeah, he's an anti-woke, guys, which I am too, to be honest. Now the thing is, I think this is basically Victoria, this actual story, so which makes perfect sense because Victoria is the most woke state in Australia, and Melbourne's the capital. And to be honest, Melbourne's terrible for this type of stuff. Now, saying that, guys, I'm not left or right. Hello, Cap. What's going on? So, like I said, I'm not left or right. I'm not really interested in the deep part of the politics stuff. I'm based on what I think is right and what is honest. That's it. That's how I think of things. So this one's a bit weird, this story, because apparently this kid went to a Catholic school. and I think he got in trouble for saying to a teacher, "Sir." So I was just finding it very odd. So that's what we're looking at.
and the schooling system in the Western world was headed. His son had a difficult time understanding something that a lot of adults have a difficult time understanding, and he was punished. They didn't
Of course he
look after
was.
him, they suspended him for having a very logical point of view.
And what was that?
He was lectured about what he thought. He was told he wasn't allowed to have that opinion by two adults in a room
Oh,
alone.
God.
And you know what all of this is over? This is going to do your head in.
Oh, well, come on.
It is all over. This young child using the wrong pronouns.
Pronouns. I hate that whole idea. I don't care, guys. To me, it sounds like free pronouns. You know, like ma'am, sir, that type of stuff. I mean, I don't know what is it with people these days getting bat hurt over being called something that they're not. I mean, and the worst thing is, you technically are. And you're technically into two genders. There are some people out there who obviously are, in the other genders, which is fine. If it's done the right way. There's a lot of people who just push it out for the sake of it. Try to be on the morally good side, even though I don't think it is. Okay, if you're one of those people who did this further down the track, outside the, like over the age and all that, yeah, fine. Do what you want. But if you're forcing it on other people, yeah, I've got an issue.
In relation to a teacher in a comment that this kid wrote on TikTok. Okay, let's run through this entire email word for word just to get an understanding
All right,
of
let's
what
go.
actually happened. And we must remember this is a religious school. There are religious schools all over the world.
Yeah, it's Catholic. What do you expect?
And in those facilities, they try to uphold the values of a certain religion. Now, I'm about to read out this entire email.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Story, but I think a lot of parents are sending their kids to religious schools because of this. They are sick to death of the bullshit that is happening in the public schooling system in Australia.
I'm not too sure about this, guys, because I don't have kids, so I'm not 100% sure what's exactly is going on in the primary schools and high schools and schools in general in Australia, especially Victoria. So if you guys, any of you guys are from them, let me know in the comments. I would like to know. I'm just curious about it.
Starting every single school assembly, every single lesson with a welcome to country. They're banging onto these tiny children about pronouns and gender and all this bullshit. They're feeding their minds with utter nonsense and garbage at their very young age.
I mean, it's not even important. I mean, what's the hell? It's not even that important for the young people to know this type of stuff. I don't agree with it at all. I don't like it. I never have, and I'm never going to change my mind. I'm more traditional, guys. I believe in in marriage and all that. Actually, that's funny. I never used to. I hate the whole idea of getting married. But now I do agree with it. I think it's a good thing. I mean, maybe I should go into Australia wants a wife. A wife? Did I say life? I said life, didn't I? A wife. That might be a good show to do one day, guys. What do you reckon?
Minds are so malleable. They're about to grow up into this world just believing absolute utter shit, and I fucking hate it. Okay, so this is from the email. Recently, our son's Catholic school decided to employ a transgender teacher. Now, do I think that you should be able to employ transgender teachers at schools? Yes, because they are a normal part of...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not the issue we have in here. Yeah, like I said, I don't have an issue with that. That's fine. That's perfect.
Society. Transgender people exist. I don't
Yeah,
think
of course.
many people would argue against that. Their son was uncomfortable with this. Okay, it's a little bit strange to see these type of things, particularly as a young person. I think any person really. When you have never seen a transgender person or you've never been around one, it's strange to see them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the uncanny valley. You can see something is a little bit different about this person, but you know what? You just, as a grown adult, you overcome that and you treat that person with respect and kindness, like we do with absolutely everyone, or at least we try to do that with everyone.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
Can't fucking do that straight off the bat. They might stare a little bit. They do the same with disabled people. Kids stare. They shouldn't stare, but they learn as they get older that you don't just stare at someone. Am I saying that transgender people are exactly the same as disabled people? Hey,
no,
nothing wrong with the disabled. Shout out to all of my followers. You're all disabled. Before we go any further, this video is brought
I like
to you
that one.
by Crush Organics. I just had a package show up
All
from
right,
Crush
don't care about
Organics.
your ad,
I've been
dude.
using them for a very long time now. So, to teach at a school, I imagine this is, with a lot of very young children around, or any children, anyone under just anyone. Just don't let people see your dick. That's my point in this video. That's the overarching theme of this video. If you want to be a woman, cool. Don't let anyone see your cock. The teacher also apparently was frequently disguising their voice and had a huge Adam's apple. The son struggled with it, and we let the school know that he was having a hard time. Now, there are nice ways to handle this, and I think
right way and the wrong way.
The adults to handle this shit, particularly the trans teacher. You, as a transgender person, obviously know that people are going to look at you a little bit differently to everybody else. And you have made that decision in your life that you are going to live a little bit differently to everyone else.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that you should be shamed or
exactly. I agree with that.
Hurled abuses at or anything like that.
Of course.
What it should mean is that you are mature enough as a fucking adult to say that these kids obviously don't understand what's going on in my own world.
Yep.
So why don't we not make it about me and make it about them? Because we're at school and we're learning. I don't think that you should go into schools and start teaching these kids about gender and how I picked and changed my gender. But I think it's okay if a teacher who's obviously a dude to say, listen, I was a girl last week, because I know there's stories about this, that there was a teacher who was a male one year and then came back as a female. You don't have to bang on about it. You just say, listen, this is me now, and you can call me miss, you can call me sir, whatever. You're a fucking child, so I'm not going to get hung up on the fact that you don't understand the very interesting.
That's exactly where it should be.
Mind goes to. Okay, so let's fucking just move on from that and go back to teaching kids about fucking mathematics. You fucking hot bit of gear. A few days later, while in class, the son was sitting with the teacher's aide in class when he said to the teacher's aide, quote, "He asked us to do this," end quote. The aide, and a teacher's aide is just someone that helps some kids in the classroom. The aide removed our son from the class and lectured him on the correct use of pronouns.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I understand if you want to say, hey, it's the nice thing to do is to call this teacher miss.
Whatever they Whatever they want to be called.
Don't fucking lecture a kid on the spectrum that is fucking pronouns. Because there are 72,000 different pronouns, and let's not pretend that a tiny child is going to understand that.
Exactly.
When no one else does. The email goes on, our son wasn't having any of it, and he was then sent to the coordinator. So the coordinator must be the person in charge of that year level. Two coordinators came in and schooled him on correct pronoun use. How about fuck off? Explain the situation, sure. This person lives as a woman, maybe bring the parents in and explain this is what's going on. And whether or not they adopt those pronouns or not, that's the child's choice. And you as adults have to be, well, adult enough to understand that kids aren't going to fucking grasp this shit. And you as the teacher, the transgender teacher in this story, listen, you've just got to be you just got to harden up a little bit and realize that no one gives a shit. All right? Kids don't give a shit. You've interrupted them. You're interrupting their play. You're interrupting their TV time at home, playing on their bike at home, riding their skateboard at home, dragging them to fucking school, and then you got to make them say, hey, miss, bring you and your big cock over here and fucking let's get through the lesson plan. No.
Goodness gracious, that's one way of saying that.
The kid then said, because he was sick of being told what to say, quote, yeah, but he does have a dick. End quote. Which the parent, the father, then says, obviously he shouldn't have said that. He was reprimanded and he got up and left. The worst part about all of this, well, okay, that's funny, number one. The worst part about all of this
is
the dad, the parents were never contacted about this interaction.
What?
Now, all of this is alleged.
Oh my, okay, alleged is one thing. The school's not telling the parents about all this. What the hell is going on here? I mean, if I did something wrong at primary school, the first thing they'll do is call your parents. And trust me, that happened more than you think it did, guys. Happened a few times.
I'm not revealing any names of the school. In fact, the
definitely don't.
That sent me this didn't tell me his name. Used a burner email. Didn't tell me anything about the school. I think that's important because this is an issue much bigger than just one school. A few days later, I, the father, got a call from the deputy principal, who is the head of well-being, telling me that there was a TikTok post rating teachers and our son made a comment.
Uh-oh, here we go. This is going to be
Rating
good.
them as teachers, I imagine, not whether or not they're good looking. The comment said,
I
quote,
hope so.
"We need to do this again because now we have a trans teacher." End quote. He didn't name the teacher, didn't name the school, wasn't abusive at all. But they told the father that he needs to now talk to him about this. The father says back to the deputy principal that the school should have allowed him to talk about his discomfort and offer him some support on how to cope with it, not just shut him
Yeah,
down
that definitely
and
will
basically tell him
work.
to
I mean,
change what he believes. Now, this is the whole problem with this. Trying to change someone's belief isn't achieved by just saying, "You're wrong, this is what to think."
yeah,
It's
that's
by debate. It's by explaining things.
communication.
It's by explaining your position and listening to theirs. The father goes on. Fast forward to last week where I received another call from the deputy telling me that our son wrote another comment on that TikTok post.
Of course he did.
Someone had replied to his previous comment asking, quote, "Is this Miss, name is blank," end quote. And our son replied with, quote, "Mr," end quote. Then apparently the son posted a photo of said teacher in the comments.
Okay, probably
Told
shouldn't
the
do that.
parents that the son would receive a 2-day suspension.
Probably shouldn't have done that part. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. I mean, because you're getting into that more doxing type of stuff. I mean, it's not pure doxing. It's not like addresses or anything, but pictures, it's entering that area.
Because of this. However, going back through the comment thread, the father says, the son never posted any photo at all.
Oh,
It's hearsay. And obviously some fucking dibber-dobbers at the school dibber-dobbing on this poor kid. The story goes on like this.
sounds like the school is spying on the kid. Just, yes, is this what it sounds like? It sounds like the school's just spying on him. They know his account name and his username and all that, and just spying on him and seeing everything he does on social media, which is really creepy. I mean, I know, like in business, when you're getting a job and all that, they'll check your social media, but they won't hang around on it 24 hours a day. It's just really weird for me. But that's just me. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know.
They found another kid who posted a photo of a different teacher in that thread, and they threatened him with 5 days of suspension if he didn't give up someone else with information. What the fuck is this? Has the fucking NYPD turned up at this local Catholic school? What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
It sounds a bit fracked.
he then goes and says, well, the father who emailed me, his son, had posted a photo of the trans teacher in a private chat group and basically ratted on him. This kid...
Oh, it's private. Okay, it's a little different. Excuse me, guys. Now, this is all new to me, doing this type of stuff, so it's going to take me a while to get into the groove. Probably a few weeks, maybe. But yeah, I like doing this kind of stuff. Next to like playing games and talking about games and doing those little game stuff and unboxing and shit, this is definitely something I enjoy, so we'll get used to it.
Then gets a 2-day suspension, not a 5-day suspension.
What do you
And
want,
our
Kat?
emailer's son is in the firing line of the prosecution.
There we
So
go.
both kids get a 2-day suspension. The emailer's
Are they
son
best
is
friends
out of
now?
school.
I'm
This
pretty sure they
suspension
are.
has to stay home, and the other kid
What?
gets an in-school suspension. Anyway, so the dad then emails the principal. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Never hears back. 3 other people apparently email the principal. Never hears back. This is a place of learning where kids should be able to question what is being told to them. And I would go as far as to say it's quite obvious to me that they should be questioning more and more things. They should be questioning the whole idea of things that they hold so dearly at this school, like religion. They should be questioning that just as much, if not more, as they question things like gender ideology or gender politics. The father brought up another great point in this email. He said his son was severely bullied for a number of years prior to this incident. And none of the bullies ever got any suspension or any type of actual
Of
punishment.
course,
And
double
yet he
standards, huh?
posts a photo of a trans teacher in a private chat group and gets 2 days kicked out of
Of
school.
course, of course, of
Sounds a bit
course.
fucking ridiculous, doesn't it? He ends
Of
this
course it
email by
does.
saying, we sent our children to a Catholic school for the...
Now, I've been lucky, guys. When I went to school, I didn't really get bullied too much. I had people there and there, but most of those idiots got expelled and beaten up and all that. But I also found out something interesting. Not so much in my pro school, but my high schools. People who used to give me a hard time. Uh, I used to have a weird thing where it will just automatically stop in a few days, and I could never figure out why. I just stopped. I'll never hear from them again. I'll see them all over the place, but I'll never hear from 'em. What I ended up finding out several years later is because of my friends in primary school, because they heard about what's going on and they end up doing something about it, being short waves on it. So I never knew that until like a few years after high school, and I thought that was kind of sweet. I mean, one of my close mates. I mean, I don't hear from her no more, but yeah, she was pretty cool. But yeah, that's very interesting to me. Let's get going.
Values that would be more aligned with what we teach at home, which is fair enough. That's what they want. That's what they're paying for, right?
Of
He
course.
says we are now faced with staff schooling our children on a woke,
Woke
agenda.
agenda,
I
yep,
know people
yep,
get
yep.
the shits when people say terms like woke, but it is the
Yeah, it's the term. It's the correct term, guys. I'm not a woke person at all. I mean, I've got no problem if people want, into that category. Of course, I don't have an issue, but I'm not into it myself. I'm more traditional, guys. I'm more because I was born in the mid '80s, so and one of my closest friends was born in the late '90s, so yeah. So yeah, let's go.
only way to describe this type of stuff, this far left ideology that is just absolute nonsense. It's unnecessary. It's complete waste of time, and it
Mhm.
only exists because we don't have real worries to worry about. Isn't that so true? If we were living in a world, say we're living in Iran right now, how
Yeah.
many fucking LGBTQIA plus 45 different pronouns on the end of it issues would we be concerned about, other than the ones raining down from the
Yep.
buildings above us? How on earth do we combat this? This man asked.
Sorry,
He
guys.
says, I'd love to remain anonymous, but I'd love your thoughts on this matter. I think that this is something that a lot of parents are silently dealing with in their own
Yep.
mind. I know my wife and I, our son's 3, and happy birthday, Hattie B. He just turned 3. On the
Wow, I
30th of
can't
May.
believe it's that old.
I am concerned with what happens at schools around the area we live in. I know we walked past a school in the local area on the first day that the kindergarten kids were there, and we heard the welcome to country before anything else. And not for a second am I saying that we shouldn't respect the Indigenous culture that is so rich in Australia.
Yeah,
I think it's
we got
fantastic.
definitely
I think
some
more white
definitely
people
good
should lean
culture
into
there.
it, and I think it should be a great opportunity for everyone to come together.
Unfortunately, most of them I know are pieces of shit. Unfortunately, I live in a certain area, so we do have a bit of them, and most of them are just hanging around the little what do you call them? The e-scooter bullshit, and just try and ask for money for random strangers, and when they don't get it, they curse. I had 2 of them yesterday, and I told them to fucking get a job. I said to them, "Yeah, go get a job, you friggin' bums. Do something. Stop looking up Centrelink."
On. But we also shouldn't indoctrinate kids, white kids, into thinking that they're for some reason the enemy, because they're not. Same
Definitely.
with young boys. They think that toxic masculinity is something they should be worried about. They're being taught that. And yes, being toxic is something to worry about. But the idea that masculinity is inherently toxic is extremely negative to young boys. They are growing up as the enemy. That is awful. That is wrong. And it does the same things to young girls and to young kids of different colors. If they grow up seeing that the white kids are getting treated weirdly or strangely, or like they need to be protected from the white kids, what does that do to their self-esteem? What does that do to them? They live in a victimhood culture. That's fucked. This happens all over the world too. Joshua Sutcliffe in the UK was suspended in 2017 after he accidentally said, "Well done, girls," to a group that included a transgender student. He apologized immediately, but was still investigated for misconduct. In
It's
Virginia,
not
in the United
misconduct,
States, a teacher named
That's just an accident. I mean, if you get such bat hurt over a name, seriously?
Byron Tanner Cross was suspended after speaking at a public school board meeting, not in a classroom, but at a board meeting, saying he couldn't comply with proposed pronoun policy on religious grounds. This pattern is consistent. Everywhere it goes, institution after
This is why I like the
starting
third
with
world
small
countries.
businesses, then big businesses, now schools, universities, everywhere, everyone. This isn't about the transgender teacher. They should be able to be trans if they want to be trans.
Exactly.
It's about the kids. And the fact that the adults weren't notified, the parents weren't notified about this shit.
Yeah, they should have been.
Fucking know. They should. These teachers should not be having this conversation with these kids, trying to distort their worldview. bring the parents in. Now, I don't know this for fact, but I'm just guessing. There's probably some things I disagree with on this subject from this dad that's emailed me, but I feel like we should have these conversations, and it shouldn't be two domineering teachers or heads of the fucking year, whatever they fucking call them, to be he-men, standing over a kid telling him what he should or shouldn't believe. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
All right, let's move on,
Thank you for watching
guys.
this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.
All right, anything else? Oh, God, I'm going to find them more. All right, maybe I should do an Australian thing or something. I don't know. Because no, I'm not watching that. It's 51 minutes. Not waiting. Not long videos. All right, let's watch this one from Locale Live. So this happened 3 days ago. This is not the same one I uploaded. This is another one, apparently. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got a feeling that's the one. Yeah, I think this is the one I was looking at. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll work it out.
Holy God, what are you showing me?
All right, Cam, let's see what's going on. What do you got to say today?
And another thing, for every 20, I'm going to write your name on my wall in Sharpie.
On the wall?
On the wall?
Like the actual wall?
Did you just ask someone permission to do that and they said yeah?
Really? Are you going to ask that dopey question, Tech? On the actual wall? What do you think she meant? This is why I can't watch Locale Live no more, or Locale the Universe at all. I feel like the people on there are just dumb in itself. So I can only watch these videos, and that's very rarely.
No.
It's her house.
For a 50 or 100, your name's going to go right here so you can actually see it. But for 20s, you
Yeah,
go right
I feel
there.
like that's a scam.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a scam.
I dyed my hair
Can
for
you put that on the can you put that on the stream, please?
I can put that on there.
Thank you, because that's pretty crazy.
It's 20s for back wall, 50 for close wall.
Yeah. That's why you
Almost
guys
makes me want to donate a 50.
do it. Do it.
Already donated to Hero earlier.
You can donate again, bitch. I thought you were rolling in money.
I'm rolling in something.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
fat
it's called
rolls.
chicken grease.
Oh my god, I can't understand these people. I mean, they're all pretty overweight, but these two are overweight, but compared to her, she looks like she ate a friggin' donkey or horse, or did I say pigs? I mean, she's pretty damn big. God damn it. Oh, let's get going.
Should I say name on Fupa's wall's winky face? If you donate a 20, I'll shit on Amber. If you donate a 50, no, actually, no. If you donate a 20, I'll shit on Fupa. Donate a 50, then I'll shit on Amber. Amber's worth more.
Oh my god.
God, you are so disgusting. I can't watch her. I'm sorry, I can't.
Boring.
Keem's finally coming in here with a truth bomb. He's right, it's boring. This is why I don't watch it no more, guys. I can't watch this shit. I feel like they're just trying to scam the audience. I don't like doing that myself. It's a bit like I'm having a bit of a hard time breathing for some reason. I think it's the cold. Or maybe we're running around. I've been doing the last day or two. I think it's just killing me. I don't know.
All we did when you came here last night was talk about random topics. We sat here and did that, and that's all we're doing right now. So I don't understand.
If I show up, it's because I think the show's,
Boring.
a little slow, needs a little pick me up, needs a little energy.
Yeah. Let's get that energy. Amber, touch that wall. Let's get you touching that wall. I'll go touch this wall. It's a green screen, so I can't really touch that wall.
I just don't understand. Like, it doesn't seem like Keem It seems like Keem only cares about the shows that I'm on, like just to like
Oh
make me
god,
feel
that
shitty
made me
that
fool
he doesn't
yourself.
like them.
It's not working.
Hey, what's going
Garrett,
on,
when he goes for
um,
live? Dead.
Yeah,
King
we need to take all the
Pokebox.
big shows, put them back together.
Hey
and
dude, what's going
we
on?
need to recast this show. This show's a fucking funeral every night, bro. There's no energy here.
Trust me,
It's
I know, I'm
so-
aware.
You're
Why
so
can't-
correct. At this point, you're fucking
You
right.
can't
hear shit.
You,
She just
I just
you
got
saying
cooked.
one sentence?
I just got cooked so good in chat. Somebody said that I have raccoon hands.
Raccoon hands.
Okay.
I see it.
Not much, dude. I'm just watching some, you know, random stuff on
Oh,
YouTube.
Keem, honestly,
I kind of enjoy it sometimes. Sometimes it's drama, sometimes it's this. I don't really do my gaming content as a stream, but
that's funny.
there might be times where I
what
will
are
do
you
it, of
looking
course.
for on the show? Like, if you're
Right
gonna,
back.
But they'll be
make
more
tech-
focused.
if you're gonna make tech go away,
Raccoon hands.
no one cares, bro.
Too easy. You don't have the patience.
Well,
Tech,
apparently he
right?
cares.
Your ego's off the charts where you think like you're on some other fucking level, right? And it just makes this team not work.
Definitely.
It
I was
really
like,
does.
oh, thank you, dude.
It's not gonna
I
work.
really
It's not
appreciate it.
gonna
This channel
work.
is
You
still
guys have
small
done
because I was
so
still
much.
trying to work out. Actually, let me pause it.
They just
Yeah, this channel is still small because I still tried to work out what videos to upload and what I want to do for the streams. Now, I already kind of worked out the videos and the stream. Streams are going to be more of this type of stuff. More bigger stuff at that. Look at the like section. Oh, is it what? Is there a lot of people? Is there a lot of likes? Okay, let's have a look. I don't even know if I can see it on here. Let me check. It's not telling me to check. Shit, it just tells me there's a lot of people coming in and out. Concurrent views. Views, chat rate. Alright, that's not really interesting. How about stream health? No. Okay, I've got 2 likes. That's pretty cool, guys. I thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I think people are enjoying this type of stuff, so yeah. I enjoy doing this, so it's not a big deal to me. I liked. So you're one of them. Alright, let's get back to it.
cancel the show
Can you
for bringing
just-
him on. You're gonna say his
Can
name.
you just quit? Can you just get the fuck out of my LCU? I just like I don't like you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Yes. It's been growing over the
Oh,
last week. Thank you. Thank God.
She
All right,
left.
now we can really start from scratch.
Oh,
But this week she's really been pissing me off.
isn't that funny? He tells her to leave and she leaves. She's probably gone having a cry or gone to a fridge eating a friggin' cheesecake or something. I don't blame her at the moment. I do use food comfort, but I gotta figure something else to do when I need comfort. Or just deal with the problem.
You know.
Milvan
Jaffe,
super
did you know
chatted
that?
$20. Others are hustling us. When you promised tech would be safe until May at Fat Camp. Or how about tech was going to go in on ALR, but you picked up your broom to sweep for ALR. Keem,
I don't
I
care.
get
You
it.
don't deserve this
Only the
show.
bag matters.
This show is not it's not good enough. I don't care if you think I'm a scammer. I got it. I owe you guys a better show. I don't care. I don't care. We have under 3,000 people, and the reason why the views have went down over here is because
Amber sucks.
of the new schedule lineup, right? It's all fucked up. We need to go back to the old system as soon as possible.
Alright, cool.
The thing I tried did not work.
You know what? Every
$2
time I come to watch these videos, there's always new people running the shows. Every single time. Like, I used to watch, like, our Bass when it first originally came out. Because it had some of my more favorite personalities on there. Now that most of them are gone, I just don't give a shit.
Twist, bus turns into Tupu and Keem, smiley face emoji.
Is she crying or is she
I
sweating?
can't do it. I'm too busy. I can't do it. Right now, I'm free. As soon as May 1st hits,
Well, you got a few days, you got a while
I don't know
yet.
if you guys know
Like
that.
13 days or
Oh,
something.
You know
congrats.
that?
Congrats.
Yeah.
Any plans? What's next?
Well, I'm not going to be here in May. I'm not going to be here in June. and I'm
Or
not gonna be
July?
here in July. I come back in August.
Are-
So I have full 3 months where I'm just gone. And that's because
Wedding?
me and the lovely Miss Brantley are getting married, and I can't have this interrupt like one of the
Oh,
most
I don't blame you. I really
things
don't
in my
blame you for
life,
that.
right?
I think that's a good
And
idea.
it will, because every time I leave, like
Oh,
chaos
every
happens
time it
and people
leaves,
quit
yeah.
and all that.
You know what?
Um,
I'm going to show you what
so,
happened one time
I'm
he
gonna be
left for a while,
passing.
if I can find the clip. Let's see if I can find it. Oh boy, it's going to take a while. So I don't remember what it's called. It was a Locale Live one. But I gotta find it. Locale. Goodness gracious, my brain's not working. Okay, Locale Boogie. Oh no. Nah, oh great. Could be anywhere. I don't want to have to look for it. I'm trying to think what was cool, guys. Now, it wasn't Wings. Wings wasn't in it at the time. It was him and Rasta. No, sure it was Burn It Down, yeah. A month ago, no, it wasn't that one. Definitely. Wasn't that one because he didn't have wings in it. Don't care about that one. Alright, don't look like I can find it. That one's funny. Alright, let's see. Billy Burns. Damn it, I'm never gonna find it. Ah, damn it. Oh well, no big deal. But yeah, last time Cam went, he had Boogie in charge, and Boogie kind of screwed it up so bad. It was so funny. It was definitely one of my favorite videos. Oh sweet, this is oh I like this one. This one's cool. This is Boogie's King. Is this the one I like? Yep, this is the one. So this was the song he was using at the time. Yeah, this is one of the best ones, I reckon. Yeah, this was a while ago, guys. But this is a really good one. I like it. It's a good song. I wish I had more hair. My hair's a bit funny because of the headphones. Burn it down, burn it down. Yeah, I love this song, guys. This song, it kills it. Yeah, it's Rasta back in the day. Yeah, this is a good song, guys. I had to clip this one. This was one of my favorites. Alright, let's get back to what we're watching. Before I get distracted again. Sorry, guys, I had to do it. I had to do it.
To Steak, Yo Mama, and Kid Behind the Camera, and they're gonna run the thing for like 3 months. Now,
So you got 3 of them.
I will make some appearances here and there, and I'm gonna be.
Of course, you're not going to be completely gone. That would be stupid. That would be suicide.
and I really want to just see how they do. And let's say the LCU crashes and burns while I'm gone, which it might, because
Which it
this
will.
is not easy to keep together. I'll rebuild it in August. I'll rebuild the whole thing back. You know, the ops are already strategizing, like, okay, Keem's gonna be gone at this moment. We're gonna attack. We're gonna do this. They do it every time when they know I'm gone.
Yep, yep.
So yeah, the LCU is gonna be in danger the minute I walk away. There's gonna be all kinds of outside forces attacking it. right?
Definitely.
And it could crash and burn, and it might. But I will rebuild whatever's left when I get back. I promise you that.
There's
Yep.
a couple questions related to that. Because I know every year you do your 4th of July party. Is that still planned for LCU hosts? Are you doing something on 4th of July or?
No, this year the wedding is on the 4th of July.
Oh, fucking congratulations.
Okay, yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're getting married on America's 250th anniversary.
Wow. Yeah, that's good.
It's kind of
Congrats.
cool, right?
Yeah. Are we seeing any of the hosts going out to do be part of the wedding? I think Boogie invite, maybe Kid Behind the Camera invite.
Yeah, it's not going to be many hosts, but some hosts, I've just known for years. Like Billy will be there.
Adnamo Nilden Super
For
Chat.
when I was just doing Crypt, I had one of the smaller shows in the universe. My name came up fairly often online and fairly often in the Discord because I'm hateable.
Do you really want me to say?
Oh yeah, fucking let out.
You're not going to like it.
I don't care, dude. I don't. I don't like a lot of things.
Okay, you are so delusional that you're like in lolcow territory. Excuse me. All right, but also when you get into a verbal argument with someone, you can talk shit pretty good.
Yeah, you can.
I did.
You can talk shit pretty good.
I did comedy club fucking roast battles for like 3 years in Vegas. It
Oh,
was, like,
okay,
one of
that
my favorite
explains-
things to do. I love shitting on people. You know
what?
I had to pick up Big Murph from the airport.
You know what the worst thing about him? He likes to shit at people, but if you look at him, he looks like he's nearly as big as Amber. Or maybe not that's that big, but damn. I think he's a moron.
Steak and Boogie are good together.
There's too many people watching for this show to be like, you know what I mean? It's not it. It's not it.
All right, fair enough.
It's
You
not
want
it.
people to argue on the show?
No, it's just the
No, it's
energy is not there. And I get what he's saying.
Not like there's not like what's gonna happen next. Oh my god! It's just kind of like yeah, this person.
Yeah.
And this may hurt your feelings.
What?
Live has been really fucking boring ever since Fat Camp ended.
I know, and that happens every year. And
Okay, so it's aware.
100% right. This is what happens. We do a live event, and then right after the live event, live just stops
Sucks.
being entertaining. It happened to us last year, and I was on the show then. I was the one taking the L's. It just happens. I don't know how to explain
Yeah, it does happen.
It's hard to get back in the groove of what the online show is after you do something like as crazy as what Fat Camp was.
Mhm.
Um,
I do agree.
we'll
I
get back
definitely
there,
agree with
but
that,
you're
guys.
right.
What do you reckon?
It's slow right now.
Like, I haven't been able to watch it. It's just I tune in and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
I,
we'll definitely get back there.
Of course you
It's
will.
gonna probably take, like the middle of next week. We'll be back to our old roots. But I'm telling you right now, when you come off of that high of a live event and you're doing something so unique and then you have to come back to the studio, it's almost like you completely forget what the show was.
Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
As Lolcow Live is
All right, let's have a look. Anything else we can really watch? I don't want to watch anything too long because I'm not into the long stuff. If the video is too long, guys, I will speed it up. Nova Online, I can't stand it. Very tight. I already watched this one 2 months ago. Anything really interesting that's more recent? A month ago. Oh, right. What's this? Asan is Oh, this is gonna be good. Hassan.
Welcome back to a series so traitorous. Even
Yeah, so this guy's actually pretty good who does these videos. So shout him out. What's his name? More Pegasus? Yeah. This fella right here. I'll open it up for you guys so you can see it. But yeah, he does a good job, guys. And I like his thumbnails. They're much better than my ones. Mine are very generic. But yeah, he does good stuff, guys. Always give him a follow and always watching his stuff and seeing what's going on. Ah, shit! Push the wrong button.
including the USSR.
So this is probably the last video for today, guys, because as I said, I'm going to get back into it, but it's going to take a while to build it up to it. Once I get into the groove of things and work out how I want to do things in the future, all my channels, my life, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
And Joseph Stalin, 20 million people killed, by the way. Absolutely insane. He admits they were a ruthless authoritarian dictatorship, but somehow justifies it, saying that it's better than American outcomes. He then quotes another one of his favorite people, Chairman Mao. A student absolutely destroys Hassan. Mr. Beast is being called out by streamers Jinxie and XQC for his previous awkward Team Water stream, where he was guilting streamers into donating. Subscribe.
Of course he was.
Attend a Hassan Piker speech in person.
Don't want to hear it. What the heck? Yeah, hopefully you get more
Now
people for
let's
him.
begin.
I like him.
Right, so Hassan is continuing his campaign to appeal to the youth, going to colleges to give his classic Diddy Piker.
Why does he look like a
So in case you
dictatorship
missed
there? He
last
looks like
time,
Stalin.
He basically went to Stanford University and he was crying because they reduced his venue size.
This literally was a 1,000 person venue that was fucking sold out. They swapped it to a 350 person venue instead.
He was also introduced by a guy with
Yeah, they probably did that because they didn't like him or because he's just talking bullshit and he's inflating the numbers. They probably thinking, oh, wait, there's not enough people here for a 1,000 venue. It's just decreased it to 350. That's what I think.
And he was a big fan of Hassan, of course.
Of course.
I'm one of 11 students and alumni of Stanford University who are currently facing 3 years in prison on 2 felony counts for sitting at the university president's office in 2024.
Well, that brings us to today. He's now at Yale University, another Ivy League school.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And he's debating the end of the American empire. Interesting. So Hassan is obviously on the anti-America side, the pro-terrorist side, the pro-communism side, and he's glazing a bunch of dictators here.
Currently on our way to Yale Union, where we are going to be participating in a debate. The debate is about ending the American empire. It's a resolution.
Quite contentious, it seems.
I can't stand this guy. I just watched a few of his content before, like for like 10 minutes. And his content just bores the shit out of me because he's just ending the American empire, ending democracy and all that. And not to mention he likes buying things all the time. And I hate when rich like streamers, especially the rich ones, complain about being rich or how the capitalism and democracy is unfair. Well, they're the ones buying everything. So I never liked it. I just don't like it like that. It's just hypocritical.
There were a lot of people that didn't want me to come here today and speak to all of you. That's right. I know what that means now.
Yeah, because you're a dumbass.
Right, so basically they are hissing, which is kind of like booing the guy on stage. In SpongeBob terms, this would be like throwing rotten tomatoes at them, right? And I mean, it totally fits because Hassan is a snake. Even XQC's chat calls him Hissan. So yeah, you know, shout out to the few people with common sense there, although a lot of them are surrounded by idiots, unfortunately. So anyways, he decides to start his speech, instantly making a joke about Rick Scott, a senator and political opponent of his that you might remember.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. I'm especially sad that Senator Rick Scott couldn't make it.
Goodness gracious.
You get it, guys, because Hassan threatened to murder him. That's the joke. That's the funny, that Hassan
I think
issues
he's-
death threats regularly. That's the funny part. Isn't that?
I mean, what is he gonna do?
guys?
Just sit
So
there?
again, let's just reiterate.
Doesn't look like
right?
he could fly off a
Hassan
cold.
has the audacity to call half of America terrorists, as he was doing last video, when he's out here issuing death threats and just laughing about the situation here without
Definitely.
an apology at all. And obviously, Hassan never does anything himself, right? Some
Yeah,
insane
apparently.
person in his audience actually takes action on behalf of him, and then Hassan just walks free. Of course, in a previous video, we also unearthed that he actually threatened Charlie Kirk's life as well, and then a couple years later, he happened to get assassinated. No connection there, just saying that, hey, Hassan threatens to murder someone, and then that person ends up dying. And obviously, there's no one-to-one connection. There probably never will be, because this is how Hassan slides by with his dangerous rhetoric, right? He just says this violent, unhinged shit.
Yeah.
He keeps
I don't know
escalating,
how
and then he-
Twitch
and then he
keeps
just
him. I
jokes
really
about
don't.
it. And I find it interesting that he's having a debate here at Yale, because when he loses a debate, he literally threatens to murder the other person. So I wonder what he's going to say to these students here. So then,
Yep.
like a classic comedian, you know, recycling his jokes, Hassan here does his classic spiel, talks about how shit America is and gets some claps.
Yep.
Sure, you had many opinions on whether or not we should end the U.S. empire and the global capitalist system, which is what I will be talking about today.
Goodness gracious, you wouldn't know the first thing about it.
Grandparents are probably going to hear about it on Fox News tomorrow. But it's an interesting resolution. End the U.S. empire. It's interesting because how do you end something that's already in the process of dying? Because that's the situation with the American empire.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong.
But the United States, fueled by anti-communist fervor, turned against its former ally, the Soviet Union.
Oh my god, this guy is brainless. Nah, Stalin didn't go mad and go paranoid because of the Allies and all that. No, it was all America's fault, apparently. Goodness gracious. Even I know a bit about World War II. And I wasn't born that far back. I was born pretty far back, but not that far back.
Of the American empire was structured as a world competition between Washington and Moscow. Everywhere the United States looked, it found communists under the floorboards, under the beds, both real and imagined. And naturally, this anti-communist struggle went hand in hand with American imperial interest.
Yeah, I mean, hilarious. So Hassan talks about hallucinating communism when these regimes were obviously communist, openly communist.
Yeah, I know,
And I
or
find
the
it
dictatorships
interesting
and
he's talking
shit.
about hallucination when this guy sees Israel in his cereal and in his walls. Brother, you blamed shocking your dog on Israel. You blame random peanut VTubers making fun of you, saying they're made in an Israeli lab.
Bro, this is the number one streamer of Israel. Israel's finest.
You're an absolute fucking clown who is always projecting. Every single word out of his mouth is insane projection. And you know what?
Definitely, I agree. I
That
mean, I think
unlike
he
some
is.
of the other universities, at least there's
I'm
a
glad I
mix
watch him
of
myself because
misses
he's
and
an idiot.
clowns here. I mean, this is a debate. so
Why would
I
they actually have
understand
him in
there's
here to
people
begin
that
with?
will be disagreeing with him. That's at least a good start. Except we know that Hassan is not going to be listening to them at all, right? Goes in one ear and out the other. He's basically
I don't even think it
only
goes in
there
his ear.
to recruit more people to his cult. And you guys actually let me know
How about I
that
put this
these
away?
other universities also have a bunch of people that don't like him. They just don't show
What?
up to the speech, right? Which is understandable. Like, I probably wouldn't show up to a Hassan Piker speech, all right? You probably have better things to do. I'd probably look it up for content from my YouTube channel, but that's about it.
Definitely.
So then he talks about the many evils of America and then proceeds to glaze a bunch of like communist dictatorships.
From Europe to East Asia, the interests of our investors and our corporations were protected, and protected unconditionally, mind you.
Yeah,
Rather
okay.
than start converting our swords into plowshares, at the end of World War II, we dropped atom bombs, 2 of them to be exact, to show the rest of the world that we had that capacity to change the tides of history in an irreparable manner. We helped out Nazi and Japanese war criminals. We became the monsters that we had supposedly vanquished.
Okay. Oh my god, I wish they could nuke him, I'll be honest with you.
Call the Cold War, What Americans call the Cold War was, to most of the people on the planet, an endless series of butcheries, each more perverse and more tragic than the last.
What is he?
You know, Hassan, you would actually have a point if you were remotely consistent at all, right? You can criticize like the intervention America does. You can talk about the evils and dropping bombs and how bad war is and everything.
Yep.
The only thing is, it only makes sense if you denounce evils in other places too. But when it comes to all these communist dictatorships, Hassan basically
Look at him. He looks like
hand waves them,
fucking
right? Because, well, actually, they're doing a great job, which is why I'm going on a humanitarian mission here, obviously. The thing is, if Hassan actually cared about civilians dying, he would first and foremost, before anything, condemn the terrorist groups that he loves so much. So
Of
when
course.
I hear all this talk by Hassan going, oh yeah, America is so bad, or they're so evil, they're the most evil regime apparently, they're a terrorist organization, I'm really just waiting for him to be consistent, right? To show that he actually does care about oppression, because you can criticize a bunch of things, but it's a complete scapegoat for Hassan. It's a complete lie. It's basically a means of deflection, right? And the one thing you'll never do is honest comparisons, right? This is the guy who tries to say that North Korea is not a dictatorship, the guy who glazes the USSR, as we'll get to in a second as well. You know, 10 to 20 million people dying, completely hand-waved. And I find it interesting, you see a guy who makes a tweet and immediately say, this person Hitler, but then when there are these dictators legitimately who have already killed, this isn't a tweet or anything, they've already killed tens of millions of people, those are hand-waved. I just don't
What
understand.
the hell?
You have to be consistent there. You know, the more I see Hassan in these sort of settings, I have a feeling that he might actually try to
Damn
run
muscles.
for office later in his life, like actually try to become a politician.
I hope not.
Potentially America's next dictator, like straight up. Now, he always says that he has no political aspirations, right? For now. But I think it's a bait and switch, right? Trying to get people to leave him alone while he quietly builds up this cultish army and tries to basically destroy the entire world. It's unironically Hassan the cartoon villain's plan, which will never come to fruition, obviously, but like, he's comically evil. So then
Oh,
Hassan
definitely. He's evil
implies
to the
that
core.
defeating the Nazis was a bad thing, right? Because America bad, I guess. So the guy calling everybody Nazis is an insult, right? Zionist Nazis, actually, right? He is now playing defense for Nazis. I mean, we shouldn't really be surprised. We all know what he thinks about Jewish people.
Packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
What was the point of defeating the Nazis if we went on to dominate so much of the globe as violently as we have?
No, trust me. Oh,
Was the
God.
point of all of it so that we could have the rest of the world to ourselves?
Yeah, why
The
not?
wars that began in 1939 ended. But in the ideological dialogue between the two worlds and two leaders,
Wait a minute, didn't the World War II finish in 45?
Roosevelt lost the war. The real victor was Adolf Hitler. It is my personal...
Get real. What the hell? What kind of drugs is this guy smoking? I know. I'm holding back. I really am. But what the hell is this guy's problem? I mean, I was so glad he would never come to Australia, because I would be the first person to punch him out. Stay away from my country, dude, because you're a plague on the planet. You're calling out America for doing certain things. Now, granted, America has done some weird shit recently. I'm not going to protect them in this case. The war in Iran was completely unnecessary. Just the only thing they're doing there is just killing millions. That's it. That's all they're doing. I mean, and now you got the shipping lanes getting blocked, and now you got the petrol's gone through the roof. Australia, we got one of the highest petrols there is. I mean, the prices, and even us, we even had a refinery, one of our refineries in my own state catch fire. So,
personal opinion that the contemporary world is moved by the ideas that served as the foundation on which Hitler rose to power.
oh boy, here we go. Here we go. He's comparing the US to Hitler.
70 years later, I think history has proven Arevalo right. In place after place, time after time,
This
the
guy
United
is such a
States can never
douche.
settle down its imperial bloodlust, this forever hunt for manifest destiny. We can draw a straight line from indigenous massacres of the early United States to the 20th century, killing fields that we have created.
He's that bad, guys. The woman had to get up and run out the door because she's probably thinking, I don't want to listen to this windbag. Looks so much shit. I mean, if shit was a friggin' Olympic sport, he'll be getting gold. Tell me, am I right? He would get gold for talking shit.
Of course, you know, I guess America shouldn't have defeated the Nazis. They should have let them win, actually. I mean,
Yeah,
they
apparently so.
share an ideology with Hassan and his terrorist buddies, right? Both extremely anti-Semitic, right? I mean, I imagine in the multiverse, in an alternate timeline, Hassan is like this president, right? Evil dictator or whatever. Sneeko is his right-hand man. Truly the darkest timeline ever. We gotta make sure that doesn't happen in our reality.
Definitely.
We're spreading the message that Hassan is a colossal regard. Also, just a side note, but the hissing crowd is really dedicated. Like they did it the entire speech. They didn't even stop at all. And I will say it is annoying as hell, but to be honest, so
It's funny.
Flippin' clappers who glaze them after every 5 words. So I guess in that sense, it's warranted. By the way, who decided this stupid ass like debate culture where you clap after every line or something? Like, just wait till the end of the speech or something. It's so annoying. Like, I never get it. Anyways, moving on to the main part here where Hassan talks about the USSR. And this is the part that's going viral on Twitter. So, remember a while back, Hassan said that it's unfortunate that America defeated the USSR? Obviously because he's pro-communism, he's pro-dictators, pro-Stalin, of course.
We are in the heart.
You are a moron.
This is the country that defeated the USSR, unfortunately.
Well, so now he addresses that clip, and in classic Diddy Piker fashion, he doubles down, right? So
Of
he
course.
said, it was in the heat of the moment. It was a mistake. I didn't mean it, right? But this guy's so unhinged. Bro is like, Hitler bad, but Stalin though. Big fan, actually. Hassan explains why the fall of the USSR was one of the greatest catastrophes of the 20th century at his Yale speech.
How did Yale even put up with his bullshit? Oh my god. I'd rather they're clapping or hissing.
By a media outlet where I said, we defeated the USSR and the USSR dissolved, unfortunately. This was quite the controversial.
They technically defeat him. I mean, they collapsed. They technically collapsed, so it wasn't that they defeated them.
Some Democrats also channel that frustration as well. They say, how dare you, Hassan? The USSR was our enemy. They were ruthless, authoritarian.
Watch out, here he goes, here he goes.
All of the USSR
What's the greatest thing in the universe?
of the 20th century.
Oh, look at these two kids sitting down there. They're just like, wow.
Okay, hold up. So before we hear the reasoning here, right? Let me just make it clear. Hassan is doubling down here.
Yes, he
by
is.
admitting and acknowledging that they were a ruthless authoritarian dictatorship. He isn't even denying that they were bad, right? You know, when he was talking about North Korea in the past, he would say that, no, Western leaders are infinitely worse, right? He would try to say that, no, North Korea isn't actually that bad. Here he's going, oh no, they actually were bad guys.
Go to North Korea. I want him to go to North Korea.
Guys. But
Right.
Stalin was bad guys, but yeah, so just in case you guys didn't know, around 10 to 20 million people were killed by the Soviet regime. You know, there was the Gulag, obviously, very famous. The famines, there was the Great Purge.
Yep.
So here we have Hassan, literally, unironically, supporting mass murder, right? Hand-waving all over.
Yeah, that sounds
Meanwhile,
like him.
He also simultaneously goes, genocide bad, right? This is why nobody believes you, Hassan. You're a massive fucking hypocrite. You hand murder because it's done by communists, apparently. But then you have the audacity to talk about Israel-Palestine as if you actually care at all about civilians. Now, I haven't watched this next part. Let me guess his reasoning, okay? Stalin bad because America, right? But America, though. But America worse, right?
But America, yep.
Maybe you'll agree. Not only was there incalculable harm done to every single country under its banner, child prostitution, skyrocketing suicide rates, life expectancy plummeting, But
Actually, I think it's
America
gone up.
is no longer contested around the globe.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself like a 7 out of 10 for that one. You know, close enough. So the reason it's bad is because America is a superpower now and apparently uncontested, right? And apparently that is the worst case scenario for Hassan. He can't imagine anything worse than America having power, right? So the
Oh, yeah,
implication is
definitely.
it would still be better if the USSR was in power, the communist regime was in power, the dictators were actually ruling the world. So unironically, according to Hassan, his ideal world would be a communist paradise ruled by dictators. I assume Hassan would be leader. He would shock all dogs, right? No dog would be free. Every dog would be captured and shocked. Shock collar installed because he's an animal abuser. He
Yep.
would shut off all social media because it's out of context, obviously. And he would forcefully marry Asmongold, the Diddy Pike of Paradise, of course.
Oh,
At
boy.
this point, I don't even know how Hassan Glazers defend him, right? Because they really claim
They're
to be
idiots.
anti-oppression, anti-authoritarian, right? One of the slogans that was going around was "No kings, no kings allowed. No dictators allowed." And then they watched this man justify the USSR. Brother, what the fuck is their chain of logic? Somebody explain to me. How are they pro-LGBT and pro-Hezbollah? Like, how does any of this make sense? You really have to uninstall your brain, man. Scientists
I know,
are
it needs a
literally going
reinstall.
to be studying the brain of a Hassan Piker fan for centuries. That shit has got some terminal virus from alien space.
Yep,
or something.
that's what it looks
Trump
like.
responded, "I toned down my terrorist supporting extremist propaganda so I can trick more people into being brainwashed by my pseudo-intellectual bullshit. Oh yeah, these communist regimes founded on mass starvation, dictators, and other atrocities are just swell, guys. Aren't we just so sad the West won? Give me a break. Hassan would support aliens annihilating the Earth's population as long as America was first." Yep.
Oh, yeah, I
he
do
would
agree that.
100% get behind that. In a utilitarian perspective, of course. You see, America is just doing so much bad into the world and the universe. Surely being eliminated by aliens would be great. Bro skipped history class for sure if he thinks the USSR was a good thing to anyone, but to rich a-holes like him. No, quite the
Yep.
opposite. He probably took several history classes, considering this is probably what they're teaching nowadays. What the frig is this guy talking about? The fall of the USSR is inevitable and a net positive of humanity. Whatever this guy cope on needs to be studied. As always, Mr. Eric, first in line, sitting in that cuck chair. Great point here from Hassan. America treating the world like its playground. Post-Soviet Union has really led us to the problems we see today. Average American doesn't care what their military does around the globe. They say not our problem, you destroy any oil-producing country. And what would the USSR actually be doing? I'm sure they'd just be leaving everybody in peace and quiet.
Yeah, no,
doing
there wouldn't
nothing.
be. They'll be
Anyways,
after
Hassan
Europe.
is going viral for this clip on Twitter a bunch of times. I would like to express my devastation that Hassan didn't have a chance to defect to the Soviet Union. Talking like this within the United States should result in an automatic denaturalization and deportation at best. Oh no, you guys got your beautiful free speech, of course. The free speech that allows him to threaten to murder a bunch of people, apparently. Hassan gonna respond to
Yeah,
that
I
and be
think
like,
that's
"You're
technically.
being authoritarian. What do you mean? Am I not allowed to speak here?" No, Hassan, keep yapping. Yap all you want, honestly. It's gonna land you in prison one day. And I swear
Yeah,
to God,
more than
we will be
likely.
gloating. Like, I just saw Johnny Somali finally get put in prison, alright? Hassan next. Hassan next. Put him in
Hassan.
there. There's something deeply off about American society when we validate historically illiterate and morally bankrupt figures like Hassan. It's laughable how Ezra Klein claims this man is not the enemy, given inane statements like this. Yale inviting him to speak says everything about how the overturned window has shifted. Anyways, if it couldn't get worse, it can always get worse. Hassan
Of course
then
it can.
quotes his idol, his third favorite man in the world after Hitler and Stalin, apparently. Apparently,
I know.
the cosplay
The Jurassic
debates
Park one
earlier
too.
really hit, you know?
The U.S. has produced disaster after disaster
There we go.
after disaster. I am reminded, however, of some famous words spoken by a guy by the name of Mao Zedong.
Oh boy. I want to shoot myself listening to this.
Speaking with an American journalist in 1946, Mao Zedong said these words: "All reactionaries are paper tigers. In appearance, the reactionaries are terrifying.
Yep.
But in reality, they are not so powerful.
I bet they are.
Speaking of U.S. imperialism, people seem to feel that it is terrifically strong. but it will be proved that the US reactionaries, like all reactionaries in history, do not have much strength. In the United States, there are others who are really strong. The American people. Perhaps Mao was right about this, but maybe he was a little too
I think he's a friggin' bat crazy, guys. I think he's just crazy. The stuff he says, I mean, I'm not even American and I know half of this is not true.
early.
More than half, it's probably most
After
of
all,
it.
being a leftist is about being right, but too early.
I think that's what she said to him, guys. Being too early.
Wow, Hassan. Wow, great speech.
It's giving an
we
applause.
radical lefties like Hassan, we are really smart. We just justified several dictators and the atrocities they committed while simultaneously pretending to hate oppression. They really hate oppression, guys. No kings. It seems like they only hate it because they aren't the ones oppressing people. That's
Yep.
legitimately it. Also, I love the term reactionaries, right? So he's trying to use a Mao quote and apply it to modern day context. Oh, these reactionaries. You know, the people who react to me shocking my dog? Asmongold, the biggest reactionary there is. Honestly surprised he didn't mention him. Maybe he does later. There's like a whole Q&A section that we're not going to look at this video because it's like 1.5 hours long. Maybe next time. But yeah,
Yep.
I find it interesting that every day he gets more and more mask off. Like, he isn't even pretending anymore. This is the stuff that I was saying before, that he definitely does support these dictators and these evil regimes.
Oh, yeah, he definitely
And then
does.
Hassan Piker fans would hide behind it like, no, he never said that, though. Here he is fucking saying that, though. So then a student responds.
Yeah, no, it's different because he's saying it and there's proof of him saying it. So you can't say, no, I did not say that. And I'm like, yeah, let's get my phone out. And, yeah, there it is. I mean, you can't be that stupid. Apparently he can, but normally you can't be that stupid.
Him his own Mao quote.
And Mr. Piker,
Oh,
because
for
you
God's
like
sakes.
Mao so much, I'll end with a quote of his that I think you would
Not
do well
gonna.
to study, which is 枪杆子里面出政
Mine
权.
gonna back.
Did you get that?
Sorry, guys, I'm ignoring the phone.
Did you get that? It's political power grows out
Oh,
of the barrel
check.
of a gun. We do not want a violent world due to a power struggle when American empire falls. America has blood on its hands, but it's better for power to be in American hands than any other.
Even Hassan had to smile at that one. Bro got China mogged. Unlucky, Hassan. Maybe next time. That guy even got your chat glazing him. Right, here we have Hassan's comment section, and they are very mad that Hassan was getting booed. All this hissing at one of our most elite universities is really making hard to discredit the idea that we're ruled over by lizard people. So now they're mad. Now they're mad, okay? All this other time, all these other universities is all fine. But when they boo Hassan, now they're mad. Never been more affirmed of my opinion that American Ivy Leagues are weird and pretentious. Are you kidding me? You people always do this appeal to authority.
Sorry,
this
guys, I'm
appeal
gonna
to
deal with
degrees,
this.
This appeal to, oh my god, oh, these Ivy Leagues.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go because my mum rang me. She's having a freaking breakdown and making things up. And it's starting to piss me off. Now I've got to get rid of the messages. No, she's making things up, guys. It's pissing me off. I need to see what's going on tomorrow. I told her I did not want to go there for 2 days. And yet I've got to go there tomorrow. What the hell are you saying, sir? So yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm sick of this bullshit with her. She needs to be locked into a cycle ward or something. Mum has completely lost her mind. I'm so pissed off. Sorry, guys. I'm frustrated. Let's get back to it before I get even madder.
Oh my god, there's so much more.
All right, where are we up to?
Hassan has his lovely degree from 13 years ago. He's so smart. He's actually well read on these topics. And now because they're against you, it's like, oh, they're weird and pretentious. Which they are. They absolutely are. But we've at least been consistent on this. Brother, hissing at literally plainly stated facts is so silly, of course.
Facts are still facts.
What facts? I made it up. The Ivy League class is so freaking cringe. Holy shit, I've never felt so lucky to not go to an Ivy League. That crowd was so freaking annoying. Man, Burgoy's universities are strange, silly places. No wonder the economic and political elite end up being such weirdos. You mean Hassan? Hassan is the economical elite here, bro.
Apparently so, dude.
How did he survive the cringe? He was born in it. He was forged in it. This is somehow worse than terminally online people. You're a Hassan viewer. There is nobody more terminally online than you. Okay,
Definitely.
60 comments. 60 comments
Oh,
on the
God.
Micah channel. And I'm sure 500 on his stream. I'm not gonna lie, the stomping feet and hissing was annoying as frick. Wait, the stomping? I thought that was clapping. I thought that was like banging your table and clapping. Was that also a diss? I don't actually know. Somebody needs to tell me. Yeah, watching the speeches of students was particularly painful as you hear a few Nazis hissing at the most moderate things in existence. Most moderate things as Hassan literally glazes the USSR and justifies like Stalin atrocities. This is the most
Definitely.
moderate things, guys. And of course, they're the Nazis. This is giving Slytherin house vibes. Welcome to
Oh,
the
God.
Nabi podcast. Right, so people are calling out Hassan on Twitter. Watch Yale students orgasmically welcome Hassan Piker, man who said America deserved 9/11 and calls to murder a sitting U.S. senator. Yale is poison.
Yeah, I don't know what Yale was thinking about, guys. They should have never brought him in there. I only got about 9 minutes left, guys. And then we'll probably finish up, and then we'll start. Yeah, I think an hour and a half is pretty good. Probably do more, depending how we go.
Yeah, were these the same people who were hissing, or was that some different people? I'm confused. Hassan responds, "Did you bust?" What a comedian, guys. Hilarious. First reply, estimates on the number of deaths attributable to Joseph Stalin's regime, varying from 6 to 20 million. Hassan supports mass murders. Hassan supports mass murders. I mean, classic. He's a man of the people, guys. It was hot as
Yeah, the
freaking
murderers.
So good, Pookie. I'm proud of you. My little knight got his first sword. What the fuck is wrong with you? Guy's born in New Jersey and is literally a terrorist right here in America. I mean, listen, before I used to defend Hassan against these allegations, I try to be really fair. But now he's out there calling everybody terrorists. So, of course, people are going to call him it back. I'd still defend him against an allegation unless he goes and blows up some place or whatever. But yeah, he sure does seem to love him. I bust when I see Hassan. No shame in it. You should have some serious fucking shame in that.
Yeah,
You
definitely need some help.
bust when this happened and some shockings, dog. Oh my god, what is this? Hassan claims he got his infamous Cartier glasses from a vintage thrift store. Of course, guys. I don't spend
Hello,
any money.
duct
Everything is
tape. What's
already
going on?
gifted to me. I just happen to have
Sorry,
all
I'm
these designer clothes, all these perfect glasses.
just
made
watching
in
some
my hour,
videos.
Perfect size clothes, of course.
Hey, shout out to that.
Yeah.
What's on the
I haven't.
Oh, this is just some vintage. I don't know. I got it at a
Okay,
thrift
can I
store.
see your wrists and fingers?
It's a thrift store, guys. A thrift store. You see, this is all covered by his dad's loan. You know, he gave him a small.
Ah, that
$50,
explains a lot.
Granddad with his 30 houses.
Yep.
Wow, where does he get these finds? A $20,000 dog from a shelter? Now this? This is why people don't like Hassan. Not because he wears what he does, because he's a freaking liar. The thrift store in question. Like everyone says, Hassan's a fake champagne socialist.
Oh, huh.
Regarded and lying. I really like like the life-size depiction here of his head. They say he picked him up from the thrift store on his way back from getting his designer dog from Craigslist. Willing to bet Hassan's never stepped foot in a thrift store in his life. No, he probably has, to make fun of the poor people. We all know he loves doing that, you know, went to Cuba to do that. Not a single truth leaves Hassan's mouth more Pegasus was right. I always am when it comes to
True,
Hassan.
true.
600 bracelet. I got that dumpster diving, dude. Moving on to Mr. Beast getting called out for Team Water. Basically, this happened a while back, but Beast AI here was putting a bunch of streamers on the spot, asking them to donate to charity, and if they didn't, they'd basically just get shit on by viewers, right? A bunch of pressure there.
How was
And
my
at the end,
day?
Beast took all the-
My day's been a bit hectic. It's been really bad today, actually, because my mum's in hospital and all that, and she's kind of gone a bit. She's gone loopy.
Credit for, you know, raising these.
So that's an
millions of
issue.
dollars to all the streamers.
And I'm
who
getting
gave the
sick of
money,
it.
right? So we got streamer Jinxie here calls out Mr. Beast Team Water stream, one of the most uncomfortable weird streams of all time.
One of the most like uncomfortable, like weird streams of all time, bro. Basically, this is all this stream was, bro. The epitome of the stream was basically just Mr. Beast pressuring people into donating to Team Water, which is a
I knew it.
But at the end of the day, let's be honest, chat. If Team Water raises whatever, like $100 million,
Yeah.
who gets the credit for it, bro? Who's gonna
Damn.
tweet and say, oh, this is Team Water?
So you only slept for 4 hours? Damn, I got about 5 or 6 hours. No, I got about 5 hours. But for me, it's about 9 p.m. here, so I will be going to bed in the next few hours because I'm exhausted. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed soon. I've got to go, as I said, I've got to go back to the hospital tomorrow, guys. I'm going to be yelling at the hospital because apparently they're saying shit. I don't think they are saying it. I think it's my mum making things up. So she knows I'm trying to get her out of there because I'm getting angry with her because she's starting to become a bit psychotic. She doesn't know how to deal with stress. I mean, I know how to deal with it to a degree, but putting up with her, as I said to one of my old mates, I have to consider moving out because I can't live with her. Not why she's like this. It's unacceptable. It's not going to happen. I mean, the plan was to get a car first and then move out, but I want to start accelerating that plan. So yeah, hopefully the streams help out. I mean, if I get people to help out, I'm going to finish this video up, and then I might finish up the video because it's been about an hour and 40 minutes nearly. So I think it's a good start. And we'll see how we go.
And we raised this amount of money. Who gets all the credit for this, chat? Mr. Beast. Exactly. So basically, we're all donating. He's getting all the credit, but we're all getting pressured into donating in front of, hundreds of thousands of people. When you combine all the streams, you're talking 200,000 people are watching this live.
Most of these guys have no respect for Mr. Beast. I could not care less about. I'm assuming that's Logan Paul over there. I have no respect for him at all. Adon Ross, I think that is. I'm not sure who that guy is, and I don't know which that guy is. Or the one behind him. But yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm going to finish up in about 6 minutes, so... See you, dude.
And at the end of the day...
I mean, gotta go. But I'm going to finish up in about 6 minutes, and then we'll finish, and I'm going to have dinner. And then do maybe some gaming, cleaning, and things like that.
I kind of thought about it, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, it goes to a good cause, so I don't really care. Like, it goes to a good cause. But that's all this stream is, bro. This is one of the, like... This stream was just excruciating, bro. Okay.
The man.
And every time somebody would join the call, bro, it was just like...
Oh yeah, I remember this. Like, he was calling every popular streamer. It was so awkward, so lame. Literally, we have this billionaire trying to hustle more money out of you. Like, buddy, just open your own bank account at this point.
Yeah, no, just open it up.
Get like, $500,000, extra million here. Like, buddy, why don't you pull it out, huh? That's like 0.001% of your income. I remember he tried calling Asmongold as well, and he was also like, yeah, no, bro, like, rent's expensive or some shit. I don't know what he said, but he was basically like, yeah, I'm not fucking donating, or I'll donate later, or some shit like that, right? He basically dodged it. And that was the smart thing to do, right? Because charity should always be of your own volition.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the idea of it is.
You shouldn't have to fucking you know,
Being
shake you
pressured.
down for it, right?
Yeah, they're not supposed to be pressured by him. I mean, it feels like it's that meme where you're getting like a what do you call it, a Warner Brothers meme where you're getting like, you know, shaken down for money, for protection money and that type of stuff. That's not how you do it. I will never ask my audience for money, guys. I'll make sure I'll say that now. People want to, that's fine, but I'm not going to force it. It's not.
Or like
It's
guilt
not what I
trip in
do.
front of millions of viewers. That's just fucked up. And there's
Definitely
always
fucked
the
up.
lobotomite Mr. Beast fans who will defend him at any cost, like, but actually, it's for charity. but
Thanks for the like,
actually, he's
guys. I
doing a
can
good
see I
thing."
got 3
You know,
likes, so
ignore
I'm happy
all
on
the
that.
fucking horrible shit he does just because, well, actually, he's doing this thing. It's all in the name of the greater good, of course. Anyways,
Oh, of
XQC
course.
responded.
Chat, as much as I want to agree with JC as best as I can, right? I agree with what he says, right? But the way out of it is like a really simple solution. Like if you get called up, I think you could just say like a lot of people did. Yo, I just donate privately and shit like that.
Yep.
Oh, that's a cool cause. Good job, guys. I really like the stream. I keep it up. And I usually keep my donations private so that it's just the way it operates. And then people and nobody really blinked an eye about people who said that.
Yep.
This stream was just excruciating. I mean, just lie. No, that's not. It's
Well, who
completely
cares
fine.
if it's private or public? It's just like you shouldn't expect credit. You should just give.
Yep.
Just give for the love. of it.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree.
He's gonna claim the credit, and maybe that annoys you. Then
I don't mind XQC that much these days. I used to not like him, but now he's alright.
An exchange service where you would get credit for this, and the fact that somebody else gets credit, then you won't do it. Then I feel like it's a little bit like it's a bit like hate farming a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of this, but did Mr. Beast like pressure people into donating?
It was okay. I
guilt trip,
said it while it was live, and I said it afterwards. I said, I'll be honest with you. I thought that the methods were a little bit too much, and not just a little bit. It was way too much. I said it at the time when it was still live that I was uncomfortable with it. After, and I said it multiple times, that I think that the method was just not okay. Like, just the fact that like recalling and re-bringing up somebody and then going back onto the same people, or I think it was too much. And I think the reading the room was just not happening. And then when he said, "Oh, dude, let's extend the stream," and then I paused. I'm like, "Yeah, we could."
No.
Do that. And I look at Aiden, and then he's like, "So basically we're in." And I'm like,
Come on.
"Well, I need to kind of look at some stuff to see if we can do it." Oh, so we're gonna get in there and do that then. So we're good. And I'm like, "Yeah, well." Bro, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's like read the room checks, and
Yeah, I remember this as well. Basically, XQC was trying to end the stream or like get out of there, basically. And
Yeah, he's like, I'm out.
We can keep going. We can keep streaming. Yeah, you wouldn't want to let down these millions of viewers here, would you? It's just so manipulative, right? And yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
why he's expecting AI Mr. Beast to literally read the room. That's not in his programming, of course. But yeah, honestly, I think they should be happy to donate, right? Because Beast is poor, you know, as he said. He's actually in debt. The average man is actually richer than Mr. Beast, so obviously he'd be asking other people for money, right? He can't afford it.
Of course.
Everyone watching this video has more money than me, and their bank account. If you subtract the equity value of my company, which doesn't buy me McDonald's in the morning or whatever.
But yeah, he's literally a full corporate billionaire now. He doesn't really give a shit about you or anyone else. It's
Yeah.
basically all in the name of growing the company, right? If
Oh, yeah,
charity
definitely.
did not grow the company, he would not fucking do it, right? If it did not give him good PR, because it's the perfect justification, right? If you're doing charity, then nobody can ever criticize you because, oh yeah, all these other videos I'm doing is for charity.
Charity,
Oh,
yep.
Oh, you did this one bad thing, but no, he's doing charity, guys. Look at this.
I mean,
It's
charity-
the ultimate fucking get out of jail free
That's kinda
card,
cool.
and only fucking morons fall for it. And obviously,
Yeah, I
there's
don't care
horror
about charity
shit
that
in the
much.
past that we've gone over, obviously.
All right, guys. You know what?
We're
I'm
gonna
finishing it
get
up.
to the Hassan series for now. Now, click this video.
Yeah, so guys, that was an interesting one about Hassan. I can't stand him, to be honest, guys. Look at that. But yeah, I want to see if there's anything we can start talking about in the next episode, our next stream, which probably be tomorrow, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, probably on tomorrow. I'll probably do the game stream as well, so I'll probably be on both my channels. This I'm definitely keeping. I have to put that on the side, put that under watch later. This one, I think I got this one ready to go as well. Other than that, yeah, other than that, yeah, we're ready to go, guys. So tomorrow, I'm hoping to start a little bit earlier, not this late. This is the exception to the rule. I'm out of here. I'm going to make some dinner. I'm going to make food and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we'll work out what's going on at the hospital tomorrow. I am so mad. I'm not mad at my mate or anything. I'm mad at my mum. She making up excuses. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Cheers, guys.